Hey everybody, Tommy Needles, 𝘠𝘠 𝗏𝘠 Partners on another edition of Food for Thought Friday. Today, we are finally in May, and so what does that mean? April showers bring May flowers. We're discussing pots. And I love a good little green thumb action. So here we are. I have a couple of tips and tricks you should know, you should do before taking all that time to run to your various nursery to pick up the handful of flowers that you're gonna do to make your house look good. So first and foremost, figure out what size pot you need and what size plants are gonna go in it. Little tip that I like to do is take a little piece of cardboard recycle I should say, trace out the size of my pot, and then when I go to the store, I like to lay it on the cart and pick the flowers that I want to do and plant them and lay them on my cardboard cutout so I kind of have a good idea on what that pot would look like full of flowers that I want. Also, the size of the pot will want to dictate the size of the plant that you're wanting to put in here. So again, a bigger pot. You're not going to want to decorate it with a bunch of small little flowers. It wouldn't look right. A bigger pot, you can put more and bigger plants in. Vice versa, smaller pot, smaller plants. Smaller flowers. Makes sense, right? Okay. Next thing you want to talk about is drainage. On a big pot like this, there's going to be a hole in the bottom, and what I like to do instead of burning up a bunch of potting soil is either put foam on the bottom to raise that grade up a little bit. Rocks will help. Same time too, a heavy pot is already weighed down enough, so by the time you put a bunch of rocks or a bunch of additional potting soil in which you don't need, it's going to weigh it. It's going to weigh way too much. So again, foam. And again, you don't need foam all the way up to here, but you just need a good amount to help absorb that space. Like in a smaller pot, I have a small pot right behind here. Don't want to really move everything right here, but here's the size of the smaller pot. The smaller pot, if it's made out of plastic, a good idea would be to put some rocks in the bottom. One that will help any excess moisture will zip on out and go out the bottom of the weep holes. But it will hold that pot down with the weight of the rocks inside, adding with the drainage. So it'll serve both purposes, right? Spacing is probably the next thing. Like I said, in the description of each one of these plants, they will talk about some of the spacing that you want to do. Now, granted, you want to make a pot, so you're going to want to squinch as much space out as you can. So just be mindful of that you don't want to overcrowd a pot. Obviously you want it to look good, but you also don't want to overcrowd it. They will grow, and with the right plant food, you'll have beautiful flowers in no time, and they will grow to full size. Again, look at the description. It'll say how tall it is so that you can kind of coordinate. I like to do a tall one in the middle, a medium one on the sides, and then on the outside, something that droops over. What is it here? This was a creeping Jenny. So a creeping Jenny will grow up a little bit, and then the weight of the flower will then go over the sides. Last but not least, sun versus shade. Obviously, you don't want to put a sun plant in the shade because it won't grow, and a partly shade or a full shade flower in a sun pot because it'll just completely roach out and you'll be bummed out that it didn't grow. So I'm gonna do a fast forward version of all this fun stuff so you can kind of see what my finished product looked like. And ladies and gentlemen, again, my name's Tommy Needles, 𝘠𝘠 Partners. It's May. We got pots. Thanks for watching. ladies and gentlemen, this was the Food for Thought Friday. I'm so glad you spent some time here and watched this video that I put together here. Hopefully this will inspire you and give you some good ideas on how to plant this May. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.